understanding that you are a part of helloblackman.com, doing big things, having a podcast with your significant. And so how did you get into that world of podcasting? How did this all come about? Helloblackman.com.
So black men are so unavailable and so hard to break and so hard to get into. So he started the Hello Black Man journal line, which had to have something to go along with it to accommodate what we were doing. So that's how the Hello Black Man podcast was birthed. Initially, we started with we have right now 12 different journals: man, woman, child, first responder, entrepreneur. It goes on and on. If you want to know the rest, go to helloblackman.com. So we wanted to make sure that those people had a platform to talk about the things that they do. Each journal is specifically outlined for the people that we're speaking to. So be sure to check that out. So Black Man started with, hey, let's figure out how the black man works, how he thinks, what he feels. How can we make black men more, I don't like the word vulnerable, but open and transparent to be who they need to be for not only their families, but their children and their jobs. So that's how the podcast was birthed. So now we do Hello Black Couple, which is really fun because people seem to really gravitate to that. They want to know how couples work, what they're doing, but don't be too excited because I realized that Tia and the guy, they were on a Hello Black something. Well, they was what was it they was on? Some black couple podcast, and they have gotten divorced. So that makes me really sad.
That ain't good at all.
And that is sad.
but like we, so I'm not saying that they weren't real, but like
Right.
we are really real. Like I am, he is my person, like
Gotcha.
to the highest of highest. And like
Mm.
we are really ready to be open and be transparent and talk about the things that couples are dealing with on a day-to-day basis, because it's not perfect, it's not ideal. Things happen, from job loss to kids to getting them through college. Like there's so much that goes on in a couple relationship that you have to be open about, because if you don't, then people think, oh, they're so happy and they're so in love, but we got issues, we got problems. So
Mm.
that's what the couples podcast is about. So tune in.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Make sure you guys go and check that out. Those that are listening, helloblackman.com, Hello Black Man on YouTube. I know it's on YouTube as well. So, and there's streaming services and things of that nature. Make sure you go check that out. So, also with this Hello Black Man, like, how has creating the podcast affected your guys' relationship? Like, because I know, like, having a job with somebody that's like family, that can be difficult. Like,
Well, they
how
say
is that really
they say don't mix business with pleasure. That's what
yeah,
they
there
say.
you go. Like, so how has that been? Has it enhanced? Has it made it where you guys were more open because y'all were doing this thing together, or does
So
it have its hiccups?
so he's not as open as I am.
Mhm.
I'm probably the most transparent individual you will ever meet. So I've learned things on the podcast about him that I never knew. Like I'm just like,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry. I'm like, what? You like what? You like what? Like what? You didn't tell me that. Me, I'm like from day one. So we started off as business partners. Like in this relationship, he and I were working together as business partners. We built a venue. We had a event venue, and then we went in. He was in photography, so I started working for that. So it's been like a transition into the different stages.
Mm.
So it's like now we run a business, and when it's business time, I'm cutthroat. I'm like, we got to do this. These are the deadlines. If you don't do this, and he don't like this because
Okay.
he wants the relationship me over the business me, and I'm like, you can't get
Mm.
those in different settings. You got to get this business side of me because I got to get things done. So it can be
Yeah.
difficult at times, but we work through it. We're learning to communicate. We're not perfect at it, and that's why the journals are here, because we're
Mm.
not perfect communicators. So like we are able to work through those times when I'm aggressive. I'm an aggressor.
Mm.
He would say that if you watch our podcast, you will know that I'm the one who's always like, hey, 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 hey. And he's just like, well, I'm like, no. So,
I'm pretty sure he enjoys you doing his doing your version of him on our podcast.
Yeah, I know. That's him. I know that's him. That's him.
He gonna be like, what in the what?
Oh, he loves it. That's his favorite part. So, but yeah, so it's a work in progress, and I think that what we don't realize is marriage and relationships are works in progress. So if you can run a business together, running a relationship kind of is not even that bad because you already know the expectations of one another. You know what you desire. You know what you're getting into. So that's us in a nutshell.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Raj, you got anything?
Yeah, I guess I got a question. So with that, like with having a couples podcast and talking about relationships and stuff like that, do you find yourself learning as you go? To build. Like I find myself because I'm newlywed. I got married in May, and I find myself still learning. So as a couple, do you guys still, as you grow, do you find yourself learning as you grow and be able to help others as well?
Oh, absolutely. Last week we did a complete couples podcast. So if you guys ever want to be on with your mates, that's cool. We do that every other Sunday. And nice. What was really interesting and fun is just knowing that other people go through the exact same things. A lot of times we feel like, oh, everybody else does it this way and everybody else does it. It's not. That's not the way things work. Like there are couples out there who are going through the exact same things. And when you're able to pull through that and work through those things, you realize how much stronger you can be as a couple. So yes, we learn things about each other. We learn things through other couples that we're able to kind of bring into our relationship and inculcate. So it's fun. Podcasting has really brought us closer together, believe it or not.
That's fantastic.
Oh wow,
that's fantastic. That's crazy. Are you trying to get us? We gotta bring the wives on the show. Is that what?
Yes, I want y'all to bring my wives on next.
I'll bring my wife on there. She'll be on there.
Get it on there. Get on
there. My wife sounds like she your husband. My wife is really quiet. She like to herself. She'll do it, but she'll just be kind of like really quiet.
Be hanging back, chilling. Taking notes on
it. There's a game called Last Couple Standing, so we really enjoy that because we're able to play games and really learn things that we probably wouldn't know about each other if we didn't play that game.
Okay. Oh wow, got you. So like, with this being somewhat of a music podcast, so like, how influential is music in not only your podcast but your guys' relationship? Like, is that something that is significant? Like, music sets the mood in anything. Like it's cleaning time. Let's throw that crunk shit on. We about to back.
Is this a Christian podcast?
Did you just hear what I said?
What?
No, we keep it rolling.
So let me be so when we first hooked up and started talking, like that was our thing. We used to send songs to each other. And so he sent me Next Lifetime one time by Erykah Badu. And so he doesn't feel songs in the same fashion that I do. So I was like, Lifetime. I'm sorry. Does this mean that we never gonna be together? You know what I'm saying? One of the first songs that he sent me that made me realize he wanted to be with me was PNB Rock, Selfish. I was like, okay, you selfish. Okay. So definitely, like, music plays a huge part in our relationship. And this is okay. Let me give you the initial story. When I first met him, I was actually at a karaoke party that he threw. And I was with my ex-husband, and he sang "Happy Birthday" to me at this party.
Oh, this is wacky right here. Small town. We're like small town, huh? Like.
But his karaoke,
nobody sings "Happy Birthday" to my wife. Like you're like,
because my ex-husband stood up and he was like, "I can sing Happy Birthday to my own wife. I don't need you to sing."
He felt the energy. You was up there like big-eyed. You was all up in it. You gave off the energy, boy.
But his song that he sung during karaoke night was Tennessee Whiskey, so it has become kind of out there.
Okay,
I hear it. I'm like, that's us. That's me.
That's your thing. Okay, I got you.
Y'all getting all the tea tonight.
Yeah, for real. I'm like,
This should be mint tea podcast.
Yeah, I know. What?
All right, okay, that's fine. That's nice. All right, so you got anything else, Ross?
No, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I want to give you your roses, like you know what I'm saying, because a lot of times we as a culture, we don't give the roses when they need to be given. I respect everything you and your husband doing. Keep doing it. The culture needs it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely ready to either come on the show, listen to the show, everything I get, because it definitely we as a culture need to continue to grow our relationships. And it does so many things to the culture. It keeps the men in the family, it keeps and I tell my wife all the time, I'm here to protect you. That's my job, is to protect you. You run the house, but it's my job to protect you from the world. And what I mean by that is, Black women don't get enough. And well, let me say women of color. Let me just say not just Black women, but women of color don't get the roses that they deserve. You know what I'm saying? And I want to always be there to give her roses. I'm giving your roses now because, what I'm saying, we have to continue to grow as a culture and keep our families together to grow the youth and make sure that they, become a part of society, a striving part of society that goes forth and do the same thing. So, I'm saying, give it up, Hayes. Give me that clapping.
Fantastic. We really appreciate you coming by. Everybody, make sure y'all go out there, support Hello Black Man, Hello Black Couples, all the stuff that's saying hello. Go do it. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere and everywhere.
We have trademarked most of those things, so therefore y'all definitely follow us. So.
Yeah, come follow them, come support them, make sure that they're doing a great thing. What's up?
I'm gonna put this in your face right now, Hayes. I got merch already. You know what
I'm saying?
Yeah. I see you got. My wife got a pink bride. Look.
You had the band. You got the band too. I saw it was on one of the shows.
Hey, listen, send me.
I ain't got nothing though.
Send me your address. It's that simple. Just send me your address. But I want to also give you guys your flowers because our Black men, regardless of who you may end up with, we don't give you guys enough credit either. A lot of times we don't understand that we were stripped away in our ancestry from our Black men, and we were taught and treated and just kind of conditioned to think that you guys are not the kings that you all deserve to be. And you guys really play a good role in supporting the household and supporting the family. So to all my Black males out there, know that we love you 100%. Me, I can't speak for everybody else. There is no man out there that can do for me what my Black man can do. And I honor you guys. I value you. And I am so glad to be here with you guys tonight. So you guys, and so they asked me some questions, but they hadn't told me, to answer those questions. I got 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna get them on the podcast.
We're gonna hit this real quick. Respect Your Debt. What's your album?
So I originally said Blueprint in my questionnaire, but I want you guys to follow these 3, 4, 5 people. I want y'all to follow them because there are people who are local here in Jackson who are doing their thing. My number one is Young Jules. She has a song on P Valley. A lot of people probably have not heard of her, but look up Young Jules. She is an amazing artist. We went to her show the other night. She is here locally in Jackson, but she is an international star from my perspective. Follow Dollar Black, Dolla Black. He has a voice that is butter. Like if you hear him, he is meant to be a rapper. He is everything. Follow Dollar Black. My third is my nephew. Well, I'm saying third, but they third and fourth. My nephews, King Kem with a apostrophe over it, and Navia. They are amazing artists. They are both in Atlanta right now. You guys follow them. Do what y'all need to do. And my number 5 is Jody. So y'all, I will post that in the comments. Follow those 5 people. They are amazing. And I want people to know who they are so they can get the same self-stardom the rest of the world has. So
appreciate it.